Alabama went out and had the last game. You guys feel like you got the offense where you want it to be?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. We got the extra week to prepare. I think we just had a really good Tuesday practice, a lot of review, just like we did last week. So I feel good about it. I think we had a good practice today, and that's always a good start to the week.
Eric, you've mentioned over and over again that this is your first time being able to play in the same system 2 years in a row. Because of that, you've mentioned the comfort that comes with that part of it. What are your expectations personally for yourself? Where do you want to go? Statistical, performance? What are those expectations?
I just want to win. I don't care about stats. Just want to win. So however we win, I got to run and throw. It don't matter. I just want to win. So I don't really think about like personal stats. Just get wins.
D, this is obviously the biggest game for you and most of the guys on this team. How do you guys keep the emotions in check? I'm sure the adrenaline's going to be flowing, but to make sure guys aren't too high, obviously not too low, because when you get tight and you're not playing loose, bad things can happen.
Yeah, I think it just comes with preparation. I think we had 2 weeks to prepare, and I think we feel good about the game plan. It's a big game, but it's not the biggest game. It's the first game of the season. We want to win. Then we got 11, 12 other games after that. But we all want to win this game. And we just got to feel like we're prepared. And I think we're doing a good job of it right now.
The last few days before as you lead up to the flight on Friday, are they going fast? Does it feel like they're taking a month each? Does it?
I feel like it's going fast. I feel like we just started count 2 days ago. We already here now. It's game week. This is what we all came here for, playing these kind of games. So it's going really fast, and I'm excited to play Saturday.
Yeah, I guess I think we can tell the guys, especially the younger ones who have never been in an atmosphere like this, especially with last year. What can you do to kind of calm them a little? How do you warn them about that?
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit. You got to go out there and do your job. It's going to be higher than 1,000 people in the stands. It's going to be a big game, national television, but you got to do your job. Do it on 11. And I think we talked about that a lot. It's controlling our emotions. Like, don't get too high, don't get too low, like you said. Just go out there and do what we have to do. Let everything else come to us.
Yesterday, Coach Larson talked about the success he had at Auburn against Alabama with a quarterback like Mike Harley. Similar skill set. And that's how not many teams get them, but the teams that have versatile quarterbacks. What do you see in that defense? And do you think how much of an advantage will that be to use your legs along with your legs?
Yeah, I think it's always an advantage. Like you said, the teams that beat those guys, they usually have good with their quarterbacks. They usually make plays downfield, and they usually get extra yards with their legs. And for me, they have a really good defense. Everybody knows they have a really good defense. But we just got to just take our chances, take our shots, and I got to just do me, play ball. Rather than stand in the pocket, throwing the ball, hand the ball off, running the ball. Whatever I got to do, is got to go out there and do it.
Along those,
go ahead. Is there a danger of you touched on this a little bit about people putting too much into a game? This could be like a program-changing game, and then you lose. It could, that could really deflate you. Is there a danger in doing that and saying that they're making it too important?
I don't think so. I think here, I think we have a veteran group. Every game's a big game to us, and this is the first game of the year. Everybody's talking about this game since last season, so it's a big game. I'm not gonna lie, it's a big game to us, but at the same time, like I said, it's just the first game. We still have 11, 12 other weeks after that, so we gotta lock in week to week. And I think we're focused on Alabama right now. And then after we get done playing those guys, we're focused on the next team. So this is the only thing we're worried about right now.
People talk about how much they lost on the offensive side. They forget they have 9 starters back on defense.
Yeah.
That front 7. When you look at them, just what other than the fact that they're all very big, very fast, and very good, besides the cliche stuff, what jumps off the sheet when you look at what they have coming back?
Like you said, they had a young defense last year. They had 8 out of 11 starters back, and all those guys are really good players, right? They play extremely hard. You sit back there and let them tee off. They're gonna get to the quarterback. They have 2 really good pass rushers, 31 and number 4. 2 really good inside interior linebackers. One of the best linebackers in the country, number 8. One of the best corners in the country, 28, Joe. And I think they play well. They don't make many mistakes. We're not gonna have guys running wide open. We got to make those plays, and we got to just keep pushing forward. We can have negative plays. We got to just keep moving the ball.
Derek, how important is the first quarter in a big game like this season opener? You look at last year's 3 losses. The first quarter kind of got away from you guys in the rest of the game. Is that something that's been emphasized this week going into this game?
Yeah, I think starting fast has been a big deal. That's a big deal for us ever since last season. We feel like some games we didn't start as fast as we needed to. And this summer and this week and last week, we always focus on starting fast. Getting positive plays, open drive, getting first downs, getting stops on defense. Doing whatever we got to do to start fast. We got to play good in the first quarter because we don't want to play bad and have to play catch up the rest of the game. So,
did you hear some of the stuff? Nick Saban has raved about you twice. He's been asked, the last couple of weeks, and he said highly complimentary things. Do you hear any of that? Like, and if so, what's it mean?
I really haven't heard what he said. I'm sure it's in the media, but I haven't heard what he said. But I mean, Nick Saban's the best coach of all time. He's the greatest college football coach of all time. So him talking highly of me, it's pretty cool.
Is it really just another game, bro? I mean, it is Alabama.
Your face says no, Mike.
Just keep it real, dog. It's Alabama.
Just another game. Like I said, I've been for 5 years. I played Clemson ACC Championship. I played Notre Dame at home. I played Florida. I played against LSU. Now I'm playing against Memphis. So, just a next stop sign in the road that we got to clear.
Being a leader, being one of the leaders of this team, how do you make sure the other players, especially younger players, have that same assessment going into playing Alabama?
And leading by example, showing them how to practice. Just doing the little things right. But when we get to the field, like I'm there physically, like I'm in their face. We drop ball, I tell them to 10 push-ups, I tell them to go back, finish. Like I don't know if you seen it earlier, but he was all the way down at the 30. I was saying catch the ball and score. Practice like playing the game, so it's gonna translate. So I've been on it.
Mike, any connection? Daniel and Jordan, any conversations with them lately?
Oh yeah, we in the group chat. All the guys from in the group chat. And we just talk, just wish them good luck. Just pray together, like no injuries, things like that. But we keep it calm, collective. Just wait till we get to them.
Looking forward to playing against them out there.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with them, played with them and against them all my life. So it's just the next step, next stage.
So nobody in the country saw 75,000 fans last year for obvious reasons because, the situation. It's been a long time since you guys played against a crowd that big, or played in front of a crowd that big, I should say. What will that mean from an emotional? I mean, not that this game needs any more, not that you need any more electricity for this game, but what do you think that element is going to add to Saturday?
It's excitement, meeting fans for the call. Play a game. It's like playing a little league, all you got is your parents on the sideline. Now you're on the big stage, you got everybody in America there. So to me, it's just a game I've been playing since I was 3 years old.
You said you've been there 5 years, so we've seen some pretty nice good times, some bad times. What would, if you never beat a team like this, and you never won the country, what would that mean to a program, not just in a bubble, what would it mean to the entire program in the long run if you could focus on it?
We're going to put it off. It means a lot. It means a lot. It's huge. But, like I said, like you said in the bubble, it means more to us because we're the one that's playing. We're the one that put the work in. We're the ones going out there performing to get the victory. Eventually it's going to spread around, and it's going to feel good for everyone.
The scouting report on Battle and Brightburg, since, like you said, you were little?
Yeah, I know since I was little. Jordan Battle, we went to the same elementary school. And right place for the same little league team. Played like Pee-wee, was like 5 years old. Jordan Battle was in kindergarten when I was in 1st grade. I grew up with his dad playing basketball together. So we it's a bond, like a family bond. Like call his mom, can I stay the night this weekend type thing. Like just been close ever since. Yeah, I've been at Miami.
Battle in particular, he's got like some first round, like popping up in the mock draft and stuff like that. What makes him good? How do you kind of see him grow a little bit?
In my eyes, he's a ball hawk. He's fast. From sideline to sideline, he's physical. And he's really smart. Like I was watching a lot of film on him, man. He knows what he's doing. He studied his film, so he knows what's coming. It's a great team.
Your wide receiver, how much improvement do you think you guys have made since last season? How excited are you guys for this opportunity to go out and try and make plays against play Alabama?
Just when I announced I was coming back, my main objective, my main goal was to bring my brothers with me. How like everyone see, I took that leap mid-season towards the end. I just want to bring my brothers with me. And since I came back, man, I really been just telling them it's all mental. It's all mental, just do the little things right, just practice, it's all mental. You get that down, you get that mental part down, pack, man, your confidence up, you do whatever you want.
Mike, was there a point where you knew you had your mental part down? Like, I mean, you come here as a teenager, you're going to leave here as a grown man. I mean, you've seen, like Tom said, you've seen a lot in these 5 years, and of course you grow a lot in these 5 years. Is there a moment where you realize that I'm starting to get it now?
Yeah, definitely. I would say when I took that leap last year, mid-season, I found myself throughout my whole college career, I was staying true to myself, but I just lack of confidence. like I said, it's all mental. So when I finally found myself, started living where my feet was at, I was fine.
Michael Redding was on the 2 deep depth chart yesterday that was released. I guess what have you seen from him, these past few weeks, whether it be camp or even going back to spring?
Mike Red?
Yeah.
Consistency. I'm seeing a lot of consistency. He's a hard worker. He's a guy that don't get talked about a lot, but he come in and do everything right, all the little things right. He take everything from the classroom to the field, and just waiting on his opportunity.
I guess kind of follow up on that. What's been the difference between? Has been the difference, the consistency between before and last year and this year?
He always been consistent. Honestly, he always been consistent. But like last year, contact tracing and COVID, so he's been out for a couple games. Really couldn't see sprout, but he's been consistent since last year.
Hey, Bubba, you're a dude that gets turned up in games.
Yeah.
Goosebumps are going to be super swole come this weekend.
Yeah.
What do you guys have to do as a team yourself to make sure those goosebumps are kind of even keeled? You guys don't get too hyped, because that sometimes can hinder.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we always stay poised in the moment. We come in. Obviously, it's a high game, but we've been in this stage before. We've been in this situation before, so we gotta just come in like a normal game and just play our regular game. So we don't leave it up there.
How hard is it to tell like the younger guys that may have not experienced something like that? This is just another game, because when you see Big Bad Alabama, #1 defending national champs on the schedule, you have a chance to play them. It's gonna be kind of tough to just say, hey, chill.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been discussing that over the spring and the summer. This is another game. Never let the moment get too big. So I think the young guys got a good understanding of that, and I think they're gonna come out and just play well too. So.
But how is this, though, just another game? I mean, there's only one defending national champ. There's only one top-ranked team. How did you guys make this, try to keep this normal? I mean, what is that process like?
They're another team. They're just like us. They bleed blood just like me. They're in college just like me. They're the same age just like me. So, simple as that. It's another game, It's another team. They're all in college, so you got to look at it.
That being said, though, what would a victory mean for this program?
I mean, it'll be big time, especially, coming out game 1, defending champs, but, it's game after game, you got to stay consistent throughout the season, so winning that game and then losing the rest, that wouldn't really mean nothing, so you got to play a game at a time.
Bubba, is there anything that you guys can take from the Clemson game a year ago, obviously highly regarded then, that you can apply to this one?
Don't let the moment get too big, that's the main thing, I think the moment was too big for us in that moment. And ever since then, we never really let a moment get too big. It could help, it could hurt, but we got a good mindset going into this game.
Over the Clemson kind of lost a lot of offensive players, the first rounders. How are the guys that are replacing them, particularly Bryce Young? They lost some really great guys.
I mean, they got good guys coming up. Bryce Young's a good quarterback. He's a young guy. I actually know him from LA. He was coming to USC before, so I know him. They got some transfer receiver from Ohio State. He's a pretty good guy. I mean, they're always going to have good guys, That's college football. That's Alabama. You just got to match up well and just go out there and play hard. That's what we're going to do.
Well, but people hear ACL and they think like it's a year. Like it's an old school way of thinking, but they still think it's like a year. Your quarterback was ready to go in 7 months.
Yeah.
How much did you guys in the offseason sort of feed off his progress? And how much did that kind of inspire? I mean, those days suck. I mean, those workouts suck. I get it.
Yeah.
How much did that sort of help you?
It was big time, just to see him, how he came back, how he attacked it. He's the life of the team, he's the heart of the team, he's our quarterback. Everyone believes in him, trusts him. So seeing him go in to workouts every day, 2 times a day to go to rehab, for times that we had off, weeks we had off, he was still in there. That just gave us more motivation, and more confidence that we're going to go out there game 1 and have him there and him be a key contributor to this team in this whole season. So it's pretty hype, honestly.
Well, whether it's T-Rob or DVD, what techniques have they taught you, I guess, for the overall defensive backs to create more turnovers, get more interceptions compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different little techniques that T-Rob has taught us, DVD as well. But it's more so just a new way, Coach Banda and Coach Rump, they have their own ways. DVD and T-Rob got their own ways. So it's kind of, we all do it within the same scheme, but it's just different little technique things that help us within backpedaling, scooching out, just different little stuff. But everything's pretty much the same, honestly.